And I like this, and I like a lot this last comment, this about also uh, honoring your legacy customers. Like in this way, okay, and also maybe when you start like, okay, we're going to raise prices, you can make also communication. We communicate to your customers like, okay, this is the new ones. If you want to get the last one, maybe you can make this payment upfront and all that. But you are honoring the ones that had been with you in the past. And for the new ones, it's like, okay, this is a new start. This is the price from here. And maybe when you
Yeah,
are
you
here,
can.
you can have also these considerations. So also that talks about
Yeah.
how you're taking also care of
Well,
your present
you could
customers.
you could also do it to get revenue at the end of the year by doing a promotion starting in September, October, that January 1, the rate's increasing. So maybe those individuals that were sitting on the fence are now going to buy because they don't want to pay the new rate.
Yes.
Fine.
And also this remembers the other thing, like this is we're talking about just putting the price. Okay. Then we have another talk about the payment options, because also this is we are thinking about, okay, you're going to pay full right now, but what happens when you have the full and then you make it also easy? And sometimes we're not like uh, empowered. Okay, this is the if you pay right now in one exhibition, but if you want to pay it in payments, okay, that will have a this financial cost, because also we are not sure that we're going to take a risk that maybe you won't follow up or maybe you won't be with us. So how do you handle that? How do you handle this conversation with customers when you also like, okay, this is the price one exhibit, and then if this is the price is going to be higher because we're going to have it on the next following weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. So, one of the things that we've been wrestling with, we are a membership organization. So, people join and people quit. And what we've learned is that we have an annual commitment, but the investment is monthly. Okay. And
Okay.
so, is it so that way? Because not everybody's able to invest the totality of membership right away. And when we do the monthly, what we're able to do is also start to look at attrition points. What is triggering when they leave? Is it this module? Is it this? Is it that? It makes it easier. It's more predictable cash flow, and we don't have to set up a drip account. When you collect a big payment and it's unrealized, right? That's unrealized income that you might have to give back should they quit. We don't have to have the drip account to drip it on out. But I'm fine. My business model is built upon monthly membership dues. It's my job to retain our members, my job to continue to provide great value so that they continue to make the investment. Now, if somebody decides to join and they leave, they want to quit after 3 months, okay, bye. I let them down or they weren't right for the program. I'm not going to try to get that lost income, and I'm not giving back any of the money that they already spent. So, but we did do, if you want to pay for 12, if you pay for a whole year, we'll give you 1 month free. We've
And
tried that and that works. That's a good strategy.
yes, and then you
But
have to,
again,
yes. And also here, well, as your model is a membership, is that's a challenge also, like being like in for an organization, because I think that, for example, for me it's a different model, but for you of being a membership, you need to be also, as you say, uh, making innovations, creating more value, creating more that, and that's justified, and that's the point I want to get. For example, if I have been like a legacy member, we have started like in building together, but if someone arrives 5-10 years later, okay, you have all these, so that has cost us some time,
yeah.
some investment. So you're going to have like this hack or this curve, because right now it's all ready to be used.
When we started, we didn't know what we were doing, right? We were,
No, that's
we
that's
were
going to be appear in the interview.
right. No, it can be. I mean, we were a startup, right?
Yes.
Everybody starts up, but we were honest. We didn't know where this was going to go. And, we built it with your help and other early adopters' help to what it is today. Right. And so that's why your investment is great, and other people's, they're paying a lot more
Yes.
because you took a chance early on.
Yes, and talking about that those days, and that's one of the things that talking about the lifestyles of the owner and also like the lifestyle of the business and talking about the profit first, like being very current. I remember like in the first interviews and the first trainings that I was having with you, I remember like we were in this Zoom and meetings, and I was like, from what place are these guys working? Not like if they are in the studio, if they are in their home office. And I remember that I asked you, like, Ram, where you are operating? And you told me we are in Mike's basement. And you were very happy, but on Monday we're moving, and I thought, you're renting this office, and I'm like, no, we're moving to the garage because we cannot be all together here. So that's another a thing that we need to be as people that provide services, like also be um, very realistic of where to put the money. Also talking about your lifestyle,
Yeah.
and also where's the value. As I start
Well,
also
that's why profit first is the best. We implemented profit first from day one. I've never had to worry about how am I paying myself? How am I going to be profitable? How am I going to pay money to the tax man? All I had to do is create and sell and deliver. I didn't have to worry about my financial systems because it was already taken care of. I could just focus on growing the business, not worrying about what percentage I'm going to pay myself, what percentage is going. No, it's already taken care of. That's the beauty of the system. It's the number one missing system in all businesses, a cash flow system. If anybody listening, they don't have a cash flow system, they need to call you and they need to say, Juanjo, give me a cash flow system, right? A pay yourself first methodology for businesses. It takes so much of the stress out of running a business, knowing that you have a system that's going to pay yourself, have money for the tax man, and be profitable.
yes, and also this you start making this virtue circle, spiral, that you also start making the growth according of what you have, and as the example, like this is what the business right now can pay, and can pay maybe the rent on Mike's basement, and we can pay some of the service. But then as the business start growing, okay, we can justify a new office, new equipment, new, and sometimes as entrepreneurs and business owners, we start on the backside. We start like we need to have the best and the best, and we enter in debt in order just to open, because we also we were more worried about the
Yeah.
brick and mortar stuff and not about the value that we can do, and that's
Yeah.
what makes it a lot of
All
it.
we had a computer and a phone and a book and a single landing page. But we knew we had a great idea. We knew that if we were honest and just said, we don't know where this is going to take us, but we believed in what we were doing, and we knew that what we were doing works. And so all we had to do is just keep doubling down on that, keep doubling down on it, and just be like, listen, how can we help you, Juanjo? How can we help you, Lori? How can we create this membership organization that serves you better? Right. So if your audience is listening, survey your customers. How can our industry better support you? Right. And that's the key. It's not how I can better support you. It's how can my industry better support you? Then you're going to get the real answers. And so that is then what you start building upon. If this customer of mine is telling me that the industry isn't providing this, I have another customer in the same industry, they're saying the same thing. Well, that's my playbook. That's what I'm going to build. That's what the market is calling for. So make sure you're talking to your customers and asking them, how can the industry better serve them?